The views and opinions expressed on Slam Radio PH are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Wusa Studios, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. The shows produced by Wusa Studios can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and might include strong themes, images, sex, or language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Christmas. It's the final episode of Slam Online, Slam Radio PH. Before we cut to our New Year's break, my name is Aaron Ataide, the managing editor for SlamOnlinePH.com. To my right, Mr. Nico Ramos.
Hello!
And all the way to the far right, you have Mr. Robbie Raya. Joining us once again.
Finally.
Buti pare, pumasok ka sa trabaho ngayon.
Yun nga eh.
Okay ka?
Nabili ko na lahat ng regalo ko.
No.
Pag kami wala.
Oo. Actually, hindi na tayo makikita until next year. So, malamang wala tayong gift, bro.
Pag yung gift ko, ballpen lang ng Pugon Roaster.
Hindi man lang GC.
Pero ipapa-engrave ko pangalan mo para...
Parang ano lang yung mga baso na may pangalan. Pwede.
Re-regaluhan kitang back issues ng slam.
Alright, we'll start out the show the usual way that we always do. It is time now to shout a shout out to anyone in the basketball world. And we shout a shout out with me. Because it's time to give me some Barako news.
Barako news!
Barako!
Shout out to the Barako Bull Energy, no longer colas, for winning yesterday against the Morocco Bolts. We haven't done any Barako news because we didn't have to. You guys were horrible for a good
6 games.
6 games.
Games.
So, give me some Barako news. Goes out to Barako and JC Intal, who I wrote in the article is going to be, I guarantee it,
An all-star?
candidate for Most Improved Player of the Year.
Sure all-star yun ba?
Pare,
Sure all-star yun.
Huwag na natin pag-usapan yun, sure ball yun.
Wait, I don't want to rain on...
yeah.
I don't want to rain on Baraka's parade, but I just want to ask this question. What do you think about the 3 missed free throws
Of
of our friend, SpongeBob boxer shorts wearing friend
Willie Miller?
Mr. Frabel himself.
Oh.
Mr. Frabel, oh. Okay lang sa akin. Nanalo naman
Steds.
sila. Steds lang.
I say,
It's something that needed to happen.
I say Willie literally knows where I live.
Yeah, he does.
We all miss free throws, man.
It
It happens to the best of us.
It happens. Hey, Willie, just in case you're watching. Wala yun, pare.
Shout out.
Sige,
Okay.
time to shout a shout out.
I want to shout out to our gold medal winning Sinag Pilipinas national team.
Yes.
You guys brought home the gold. I know you mostly played against 15 and 16-year-olds. What was that? The Singapore team?
Yeah.
Yung Singapore team, pare, kakainin ng Prada Juniors ng San Beda.
Oh, pang ano,
Hindi pa,
pasarel.
hindi pa tuloy yung mga yun.
Kawawa eh. I mean,
Kawawa, oh.
I saw that team and I imagined them standing next to Big Daddy Marcos Doutit,
Tangina si Doughtin pa.
Pascual.
actual daddy Jake Pascual,
And new daddy, Jericho Cruz.
Jericho, Matt Ganuelas.
Oh.
Alam mo
I felt
yung
so bad for
yung
them.
mga seniors, parang seniors division na naglaro sa Mosquito.
Yung Peking birth certificate.
Uy, sino pa mga ganun?
Ako.
Ako dati, naglalaro ako, pineke ko yung age ko.
Oh?
Pag nag-free throw ako, ang dami ko ng buhok sa kilikili. Sinasabi, hoy, tangina mo, umalis ka na dyan. Ang dami mo ng buhok sa kilikili.
So at least you can say for once in your life, you've been the Calvin Abueva of a team.
Yes.
Why are you trying to say about Calvin Abueva?
Go, Basti.
Okay, Robbie, shout out time.
I want to shout out Coach Brad Stevens, a.k.a. Pop 2.0.
Wow.
Pop 2.0. Come on, man.
Wow.
Pogi Pop.
alam ko na nanalo kayo, but I wanna lose. I wanna lose.
Well, if you
I
followed
want me some
Garnett,
Jabari.
if you followed Garnett to the Nets, then you might end up
Baka yun pa yung...
Yun nga eh, no?
Oo nga. Hindi, nagpaiwan ka sa Celtics eh. Tangina. Ayan.
Well,
Well,
ikaw rin eh.
hindi.
Suns.
Mamaya na natin pag-usapan yung Phoenix Suns ko.
I say we don't talk about the NBA at all.
Okay, we got a lot of basketball to talk about today, but it is Christmas, so we're going to try and keep it as festive as possible all throughout the show. So let's start out with, whatever happened this week. Petron finally lost. Eli Tenorio finally comes back and plays a damn fucking good game and immediately asked me to buy him a bottle of scotch. I was like, I can't do that, bro.
You can afford your own booze, LA.
Shut up, man. Leave me the fuck alone. You can buy it. But also, going into Wednesday, it was a great build-up going into Wednesday, where it will be the Christmas Day matchup between the Kraken and Greg Zilla. 7-1 both sides, Petron and Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. What are we going to be seeing, boys?
To be honest with you, I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of Greg and Kraken in this ball. I mean, I really don't think that it will come down to them. I think that the win or the loss in this game won't necessarily come down to that matchup because I think Junmar is gonna have a better game, sure. But even in the Petron wins, apart from probably the one I covered in Dipolog against Meralco, I mean, Junmar's been his steady self, but they've still been in positions where pwedeng matalo, despite Junmar losing. And if you're playing Petron, kasi I mean, we hear this all the time from analysts na, sige, we're gonna let this one guy try and beat us as long as everybody else gets shut down. And I think that's what people have been trying to do with Junmar because he's been such a nightmare of a matchup, is that, you know what, we'll let Junmar get his 20 and 10. He's going to get his, 20 and 17. He's averaging 17 rebounds. But we got to make sure that Marshall is shut down and Lutz is shut down and Kabagi and Arwin don't put in their points. So I think that Junmar's going to get his and Greg's going to, stand his own ground. But it will come down, I think, to the matchup in that wing position.
Okay.
I think if Ginebra's going to get something from Baracael and Ellis and Nababu and Forrester, and
I'm sorry. Natawa lang ako dun na Forrester.
and that group, as compared to the Tubid is in uniform again now.
Yeah.
To the Lassiters and Tubids and Lutzes, I think that's really
That's a
where
good point,
where
yeah.
the differential will be.
Okay.
You know what? I ain't predicting nothing.
No, I'm gonna ask you later to predict, but right now don't.
Because ever since the start of the conference, nung simula, yung preseason natin, predict ko na the BGSM front court is an overrated defensive front court. Sinabi ko rin na Terence Romeo will have trouble putting the ball in the hoop in the PBA. So kunyari, kayo may mga tumataya na sa PBA odds kung meron man, bet against against my pick. But joking aside, I think
that's not joking.
I think si Junmar hindi in this game, I don't see him na ganun kalaki yung lamang niya kay Greg Slaughter. Mainly because Junmar has never faced this type of length before. I mean, yung hook shots niya, baka mailang siya. I think Junmar will have better numbers, but baka mapantayan ng konti ni Greg. Sa akin, more than the matchup between the wings from both sides, I think the bigger factor here is the matchup between Aguilar and Arwin Santos.
Yeah.
I mean, Aguilar should be, I think, the second best player in the PBA right now. The way he's playing. First si Junmar. I think ayokong
Yan. Akala ko ba I'm not going to
I'm sorry
predict.
Ginebra fans, but
Wait. Alam mo na yung Ginebra fans. They're the only fan base that's loyal to the real Robbie Raya because you're so against San Coffee.
Yun nga. Pero sasabihin ko, diba? Sinabi ko kanina na
if it's the truth.
na yung mga sinasabi ko, puro kabaliktaran yung nangyayari. Kaya nag-apologize ako sa kanila ngayon kasi sabihin ko na kakainin ni Aguilar si Santos.
Sabay kabig nito eh. No?
yung mga Petron fans, yes.
Kami yun. Yeah. All right.
Either way, his ass is covered.
Yeah. Fucker. Okay. This is what I wanted to talk about a while ago. I wanted to bring it up, but with the numbers that they're both putting up, is Junmar really BPC right now? I mean, Japet has been killing it. I mean, he had 8 blocks in one game. He was blocking more people than I do on Twitter. Okay, I mean, it's insane. Japet and Junmar were completely like before the start of FIBA Asia. No, everyone was like, kahit wag niya na lang isama yung dalawa. Okay lang tayo eh. Steads na tayo kahit wala sila. But now they're the 2 best players in the PBA. Who is better though?
That's you know what?
You're at the halfway mark of the conference.
You know, I like that point you brought up. I think as a collective PBA fan base, all of us have some apologizing to do to Mr. Fajardo and Mr. Aguilar. You have to treat them with that much respect now because that's how much they've made us look like chumps. You're right. Nung nag-line up yung Gilas, and Chot really wanted to give Japet another try. We were like, hey, wag na Japet. And then he brought in Junmar because he could only take one player from Petron. And we were like, hey, coach, i-Arwin mo na. Ilots mo na. Raiko was saying, please, Mark Show, please. And yeah, and now, you know, like, who's the wiser? You know, there's a reason why we're not coaching the national team. But that's a fair question. You have to go one way. You have to pick between Junmar and Japet right now. And I think it's a question of when it's this close. I think it's a question of either you ask which team would do better without that player, or if you were starting a team, who would you rather have as your number 1 pick?
Then let's go with that. First pick, fantasy draft. Wag fantasy, parang ano lang. Parang yung reorganization of the...
Kunwari, PE. Ganon, PE. Tapos magdadraft tayong team.
Sino yung uunahin mo?
I might still have to go Junmar.
Okay.
I might still have to go Junmar.
That's a tough one.
Because of the adjustments that the other team will have to make. Because they have to adjust everything when it comes to guarding Junmar. But, I mean, it is razor close between him and Japet right now.
You know what? I think Junmar is the bigger game changer. Like, Junmar is a guy that you have to game plan for. Like, for example, sinabi ni Kenny Smith na the NBA is a copycat league. Na nung panahon na the Pistons had 3 guards, nag-3 guards din yung Houston. Ngayon, feeling ko yung sa PBA is experiencing the Junmar effect. Like you're planning for Junmar now. Now you have to get people, big men, to play against Junmar. And when it comes to being a game changer, I think it's Junmar. You have to start your franchise with Junmar more than Japeth. But I think right now, it's really a toss-up. Kasi the way you play depends a lot on your teammates and the crowd and your coaching staff and the way they motivate you. Yeah. And I think Japet is in a better position when it comes to having all types of benefits from the crowd. I think it's an underrated factor yung crowd ng Ginebra. Kasi si Japet, I think he's the type of player na needs parang he needs to get egged on. Kailangan niyang maganahan from the crowd. I think
and that's why it worked well in FIBA Asia because he had the entire crowd.
Tama, 'di ba? Unlike before na when he was playing with Talk and Text na 50% dala ni MVP yung fans. 'Di ba? Hindi real yung yung hindi siya yung sobrang ganado
Not like with Ginebra where everyone is just like all out.
on drugs.
Wow! Holy shit!
Or on Ginebra.
On Ginebra.
They're drinking Ginebra. Barangay Ginebra. No word yet. They're still not sponsoring yet. Okay. I mean every single spot I think that there's a great matchup. Of course, the Junmar Greg, the Arwind Japet, then the wing spots, and then you have that Kabagnot Ross versus LA because LA is really the only point guard there. How is that gonna work out?
He's a point guard and a half with Emma.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a half a point guard.
No, I think it's interesting because these two teams have been employing Robbie touched on it earlier, na dati uso small ball. Tapos ngayon, and even in the NBA with the Pacers doing so well, that it's coming back. The center position is coming back. Na nauuso na ulit yung big front line.
Yes.
But both these teams, strangely, have been experimenting with big front lines and very small backcourts. Nagto 2-point guard sila pareho eh. Because after Mark, the best shooting guard that Ginebra has is LA.
Yeah.
When they bring in Eman at the 1.
'Cause it's not Josh. It's not Josh Urbistondo. It's not Forrester. It's not Ellis.
Yeah, and and Ellis and Barakael and those guys are much better
yeah,
at threes.
yeah.
So, nakikita natin yung nagmo-Monfort Tenorio sila, nag-Urbistondo Tenorio. I hope they don't try Urbistondo Monfort because
that won't work.
We're telling you now.
There are few things we know on this show. That is one of them.
That's one of them. That's one thing that we're pretty sure that's not gonna work.
Yung Petron naman, kakabagnot Lassiter to start yan. But they go on stretches where it's Ross Lassiter.
Yes.
Or, sorry, Ross Kabagnot.
Yes.
Or Kabagnot Lanete.
Yes.
I even saw them go Lanete, Ross, Kabagnot.
Yes. Oh, nakita ko rin yan.
To go with Arwind and
Junmar.
Junmar. So, I think that point guard position, that matchup, that discussion, takes on a whole new level because that's also your secondary shooting guard matchup. So it's not just about who can set up other people. It's also which of your point guards, who is also your secondary 2 guard, can score more. So that becomes a question of if you were to pick who would score more, would it be Alex or would it be LA?
Who will score more? I say LA will score more.
I say Alex has more of a mentality to put a shot up. I mean, because judging from when we talked to LA, sabi niya, he really takes pleasure when he doesn't have to shoot.
Yeah.
But if he has to play the 2, he has to shoot. Lalo na Mark's not feeling so great lately. So yeah, I think
LA's gonna score more.
I think medyo Alex ako.
You know what? I think LA has always had the number of parang hindi natin napapansin pero I think LA has always had the number of Kabagnot. You remember back in 2010 when LA was on this rampage. He went through Alapag and Castro.
Yeah.
And then in the finals went through Kabagnot.
Yeah.
That was one of the best like parang dirt type of stretches na ginawa ng isang PBA player na nakita ko.
Yeah, that was a season where he was throwing up yung mga game winner na. Parang
Sila
walang
pareho
ibig
yun eh.
sabihin.
Sila pareho, silang dalawa nag-uunahan that time. Pero I think si Kabagnot his game kind of went down eh. It wasn't like before na you could argue na he can be like the 3rd or 4th best point guard in the league.
Yeah. Obviously, right now, Alex is not a 3rd or 4th best point guard.
I think Ginebra has the edge with LA over Kabagnot. I think the question is yung mas exciting makita is ano yung magiging effect nung Monfort and Ross. I think because they're quite similar, especially on the defensive end. I mean, these 2 guys can change a game. Just pressuring the other point guard.
And they don't like each other. I mean, at least not on the court because you remember that stretch ni Eman last year where he was rediscovered by Barako Bull playing for Raiko. And then Chris Ross was playing for Meralco and he was trying to struggle to get minutes alongside or in place of Mike Cortez.
Yeah.
There was that really awkward time. There was this one stretch where Ross came in and Monfort came in. And Monfort he just really got on Ross's nerves.
Yeah.
Kasi tapik ng tapik, he was making things unnecessarily tough for Chris. And of course, if you're Chris Ross and you're looking at Monfort, you're like, dude, you're a 13-year-old.
Where's your jug?
Yeah, so I mean, they really went back at it, back and forth with the pressure, like Robbie is saying. So I think, medyo, there's a little bit of a bad blood there between the two of them.
Okay, so let's make it very simple. What's gonna be the stupidest thing to happen on Wednesday? There has to be something stupid to happen when a game is this tight. So just invent something extremely stupid that you think can actually happen in a game like this. I don't think that no one's gonna choke anyone. I mean that's obvious. I mean it's Christmas. I think it'd be pretty cool if before the start of the game they gave gifts. Here's a gas card and then here's a bottle of gin.
Pwede.
Pwede, di ba?
Ginagawa nila yun pag championship, di ba?
Oo.
Pero why not this big of a game
Oh,
na sobrang in-advertise?
here's my gas card. Have gas on me. And Hinebra's like, here's a bottle of gin. It's cheaper, but
But if magkagapitan, you put it in your car, it might still make it run.
It might still work. It's like,
Ipang regalo mo dun sa guardhouse ng village
kompleto na
mo.
lahat ng ano mo.
Para makapasok ka doon.
Oo, para makapasok ka. Walang problema. Ayaw naman ng problema.
I think this one. I think Hinebra gets a technical for calling for a timeout they don't have.
Wow, so this is gonna be a close game.
Yung medyo...
Yung tipong end of the second half, tatawag ng 30, tapos gagawing full. No, because I've seen it happen. I've seen it at least 3 times now this season that a timeout is called and Ato Agustin goes, wait, what? Oh, timeout tayo? Ako yung timeout? Ganon.
Ay,
I've seen at least 3 times this season. I mean, he doesn't look upset about it.
He just doesn't realize that it happened.
Yeah, he just didn't call a timeout for his team. Like
Somebody else.
And I don't know how, of course, the coaching staff works because working in the PBA, I've realized that not all timeouts get called by the head coach.
Yes.
Minsan may authority talaga yung first assistant mo or defensive
even the
coach
player.
mo. Yeah. Na, coach, baka makarry if I'm the head coach, diba? I go to my assistant coach, baka makarry the way ako, hindi ko mapansin, if feel mo kailangan time out, sige, pito ka lang ng timeout. I've seen at least 3 times this conference na may timeout yung Hinebra, and then Ato Agustin gets up and goes, ay, di tayo may timeout. And then he gets for the board. Or the other time, he called for a 30. And then tawag siyang 30. Then he's drawing something up. And then the buzzer goes off, right? So he gets up, and then someone else gets the clipboard for him. Because, tumawag ang full. on top of his 30.
So it's like a minute and a half?
Oh, so pag sila mag-30, tuwag na isa pang full. In fairness, second quarter naman kasi, hindi naman makikarry over yung timeout. But yeah, I think that it'll catch up to them.
That might be a problem.
It'll catch up to them na, dulo na second quarter, tatawag na timeout.
Medyo hangover pa si Ato. Diba? I mean, it's Christmas Day. We all know, pagdating ng Christmas Eve, baka mamaya masyadong... Or si George Galet. Biglang na parami. Hindi! Time out! Time out! Ano ba? Ano game na ba to? I can see that happening. Robbie,
I think
stupidest thing that's gonna happen on Wednesday.
I think Eman Monfort's head and Junmar Fajardo's balls will meet.
You mean ball?
Ball. I'm sorry.
Nag-iisa lang yan.
They will meet.
But,
Si Junmar will try to set a pick
And
on
then that's where it'll
Monfort.
meet.
And ito si Monfort, di nyo alam. Cliff Hodge, before, nung college pa sila, or nung college pa si Monfort, tried to set a pick on Monfort. And Monfort goes like this to the head of Cliff Hodge.
God.
And it hit so hard.
Hit his balls?
No, the head of Cliff Hodge.
Eman Monfort was able to hit the head of Cliff Hodge?
He jumped.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, Monfort is a sneaky
Bastard.
bastard.
Yeah.
Gagawa niya ng paraan na bibigyan ng gano'n.
nag-iisa lang naman yan eh. Kaya
Tsaka abot na abot niya eh.
No, I think
Ganun
it's an
na yan.
Atenean thing though.
Really?
Chris Chu does it?
Yung
Chris
pagka-sneakiness
Chu.
ng
Oo, tama,
Coops.
tama.
Yung sneakiness ng Coops. Okay?
Si Ravenna ganun din eh.
Because no offense, yung lasalistang Coops,
Alam mo,
malayo pa
kita
lang.
mo.
Oo.
Alam-
Ryan Aranya.
Si Aranya, malayo pa lang alam ko na natitirahin ako niyan.
Mac Cardona.
Cardona.
Alam mo na,
Sharma. Alam ko lahat.
Titirahin ka nun.
Nagsistretching pa lang kayo, titirahin ako niyan. Yung Chris Chu, yung Ravenna,
Oo.
eto Monfort, before the game, chichikahin ka pa niyan.
Oo.
Kamusta, bro?
Ito-tweet ka pa ng good luck din bago yung laro niya. Pag tip off, bang!
Ay, wala ako dun. Hindi ako yun. Wala akong ginawa. You know me. I'm a nice guy. What? No? Me, Kiefer Ravenna, hit you? No. Not. Wait, Keith.
Even Greg!
Oh!
Even Greg is like that. Greg's so
Natutunan
nice.
na.
That's why people think that Greg is soft because he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a game, Greg is not nice.
Greg.
LA is not nice.
Wow.
LA is not nice.
Not at all.
He's not
Not at
nice.
all.
Kaya bagay na bagay sa ni Monfort eh. Yung paninira hindi bababa pag pumasok.
And the thing with with LA is nakuha niya yung pagiging bedista niya at nakuha na rin niya yung pagiging atinista
Atinista niya.
niya. Nakuha niya pareho eh. So kupal siya pero marunong siya itago.
Itago.
Oo. Nakuha niya yung gulang ng taga-beda. Tapos nakuha rin niya yung pagtago ng atinista. Kaya
Parang-
wonder child.
Parang yung roughness ni Menor
Yun.
ay yung pagkapulido ni Chris Chu.
Yun.
Pagsama mo,
L.A. Tenorio.
Tama.
L.A. Tenorio.
LA, huli ka na namin.
Oo.
Mga ganyan mo,
Kaya
Brad.
huwag ka na bumalik dito. Who wins? Who wins? I say, because I'm not doing the game. I have other things that I have to do, and they're not having
Oh, day off ka ng Pasko.
day off ako Pasko.
Oh,
Brad.
ang worth.
Yes! Inom na to! May spread Oh, hindi. Sige, gawin natin interesting.
Walang spread to pare. Ito yung
Gawin natin interesting.
yung plus point
pinakamalapit.
5.
pinakamalapit.
Sige,
Point
sige.
margin.
Oh,
Differential.
hindi. Pinakamalayo.
Talo.
So, talo.
Oh.
Kailangan, tama kung sino mananalo, tas yung spread. Kung sinong talo, we will start the year off with a consequence.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sige.
Okay?
Okay.
Game. And the two other people, sila magde-decide kung ano yung consequence.
Mhm.
Basta wala maghuhubad.
Okay lang sa akin maghubad.
Alam namin. Baka mamaya, buong episode, naka-brief and breads ka lang. I say... Wild yung crowd nito. Christmas Day. Wednesday.
Ngayon pa lang ata, nakapila na sila. Ba't hindi pa sa Gamma Blue yung pila?
Hinebra.
Bye.
7.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hinebra by 7.
I say it's a close one.
Tangina.
I say it's a 4-point game.
4.
Petron.
Ay, putang ina! Fanboy!
I say it's a 4-point game for Petron.
I think if Petron will win, they will win big. But if Ginebra will win, which I think will happen, I think they'll win
At
by...
least, basta manalo yung Petron, good na ako.
I think they win.
Oo.
I think they win by 3.
Hinebra by 3.
Ginebra by 3.
Okay, so just to recap, it is Hinebra by 7 for me, Petron by 4, or basta, Petron, Nico, tanginan sama nun!
You should have gone Ginebra by 6 because now, closest without going over, if they win by 5, panalo pa rin siya.
Oo nga, no? But I'm gonna win. Mananalo Ginebra 3 points. Ikasa mo yan.
Wow!
Okay, so if they win by 1, by 2, or by 3, Robbie wins.
Or 4, they win.
Or 4.
Oh.
Sige.
So, Hinebra by 5, 6, or 7, ako. Ikaw, basta Petron, pero sabi mo close, di ba? 4.
Pero basta Petron, eto.
Kawawa, inipit ko siya, Nico.
Eto, pag nagkatambakan, talo tayong 3. Because none of us think that this is gonna be...
Ay, hindi. Wala naman ako sinabing over. Hindi over. Okay lang.
So you think
Closest. Basta closest.
Okay.
Okay.
Basta closest. Para meron tayong panalo. Hindi, kung sino yung pinakamalayo.
Yeah.
So if Petron wins, ako yung talo. Ikaw yung wala kang talo eh. Tangina ka eh. O nga no, kailangan natin palitan yan. Puta kasi wala tong talo eh. Gitna siya eh.
you have to wala kang talo.
Wala kang
You know
talo,
what? I'll
gago.
go by...
Hindi, sige, bawal mag-over. Bawal mag-over.
Okay.
Yun na lang, bawal mag-over. Alright. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is our Christmas Day bet.
Merry Christmas. Thank you to the PBA
Yes.
for
yes.
putting together this game.
Always a Christmas game.
How about Christmas jerseys, though?
No, thank you. I don't like
No?
those NBA Christmas jerseys. Those things
Yeah?
suck.
Hey, no, LeBron's complaining about it.
And
Already.
LeBron's complaining about everything, man.
That's true. That's true.
Complaining about his
I mean,
shoes and all that.
thank you to the PBA for putting together Petron and Ginebra on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
The first game is R21 Global Port, I think. So
Hey, that's
I mean,
actually not that bad. I would watch that.
we would watch anything.
Ah,
with the
that's true. I
basketball.
will watch anything. All right. Okay, it is now time to get a little festive. Let's try to give out some amazing Christmas gifts to the people that we love in the world of basketball, whether it is the UAP, NCAA, the PBA, or the NBA. We are willing to give hypothetical Christmas gifts to our favorite people. We start out with me. Just like this, I would like to give the PCCL a Christmas gift this year, and that is
Relevance?
yes. Hopefully, like 300 people watching. I watched one game. I wanted to write an article about like how far the PCCL has come. That article never came out. So yes, my Christmas gift to the PCCL is relevance.
I'm telling you, PCCL, if you build it, they will come. If you play in a nice field, the people will come. Nothing against the San Juan Arena. But if
Yes.
it's the finals of the Philippine Collegiate Champions
Oh.
League, it has to at least be Araneta or Moa.
At kapag hindi na gamitin yung mga practice jersey.
Oh,
Yeah,
or
you have to disallow that.
honestly, you know what would have been good? Second game, gawin mo sa Cebu.
Pwede.
Tangina, SWU naman eh.
Pwede, yeah.
Second game, gawin mo sa Cebu.
Or you know what? Pagsipa ng Final Four, home courts.
Oh!
Pwede.
Laro kayo sa ano,
It's for the
school.
students anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, college basketball is for the students.
Exactly.
Eh, paano pag mag-final for UP?
Una, hindi mangyayari.
Wala tayong problema dyan.
Hindi mangyayari yon. Pangalawa, sponsor pa rin namin yung handyman.
Oo.
Nag-iisa na lang. Si Mike S pa rin yung endorser ng handyman. So makakagawa kami. We will build it.
They
And
will come.
Trust me, if UP enters the Final Four, they will come. Oh, from everywhere. Congress and the Senate, they will shut down.
Oh, Sorbol yun.
Sure, magtatabi pa si JPE tsaka si Miriam Defensor Santiago.
Oh, holding hands.
Para lang sa UP.
Yon. Nico, who is your Christmas gift?
I'd like to give the Lakers a present, whether it's a healthy Kobe or an actual point guard
Or a coach?
or a coach, but not even the combination of the three will save this season. So I will just choose to give a present to Meralco.
Okay. Wow.
To the Meralco Bolts, most specifically to Reynel Hugnatan, Jared Dillinger, and our favorite Coach RG.
Yes.
I give you the gift of paninindigan. Because they have sworn not to, JD has sworn not to shave.
Yes.
And Papa Ray and RG have sworn not to
Get a
get a
haircut.
haircut until they win a Meralco championship. Now, your wives will get upset,
Yes.
gentlemen. Your wives will...
Can we zoom in here? Can we zoom in on the face? Pa-zoom in lang sa mukha ni Nico kasi this is very
important.
Ryan, sobrang cute! Pa-zoom in lang sa mukha ni Nico Ramos kasi medyo
Okay.
ano eh.
I am
Oh,
calling
Robin
out...
Uy,
Ayan.
si Nico Ramos.
Me.
Hey, Nico Ramos, hindi yan.
I am calling out to the Meralco Bolts this Christmas. I pray and I wish for you paninindigan and for you guys to stay strong and to keep with the program. I understand and I value and I appreciate that you guys are letting the hair grow out until you win a championship. My thing is, it might be a while, guys. It might be a while.
A couple of years, maybe.
So do not lose faith
Oh.
and do not lose hair.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Meralco Boys.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing.
Me,
Robbie Raya.
I'm gonna be greedy with this one. I'm giving myself a Christmas gift.
Holy shit!
I'm
No!
giving myself
No!
a Christmas gift.
This was not part of my thought process when I came up with this
Am
segment.
I in the basketball world?
Yes, you are.
I am.
He just pulled the Hatfield. I'm thanking myself.
I'm giving myself the gift of the anti-bandwagon fan syndrome.
Okay,
Because
explain.
I'm the biggest bandwagon fan out there. Tinanong ako ng kapatid ko kahapon, Kuya, si Brook Lopez out for the season. Paano na yung Nets mo? Ha? Kailan ako naging Nets fan? Sabi ko, OKC fan ako. Sabi niya, akala ko ba Stephen Curry ka na ngayon, tsaka Warriors? Pag manalo ulit sila ng malaking winning streak, mag-golden state. So right now, I'm an OKC fan.
Akala ko ka ba kanina, Indiana?
Indiana sa East.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Christmas gift from Robbie Raya. If you guys have any, you can call us up. We'll answer it on Skype, I believe, and on our number. We'll flash the numbers in just a little bit. Another gift that I would like to give is, you know what? From you, I'm gonna give myself the gift as well this Christmas.
Oh, this has got completely out of hand.
Because of the fact that I don't know what to do with my NBA life. Okay? Nasisira na ulo ko because my Suns are up 16-10 in the standings. No one fucking saw this coming. I wanted Wiggins. I wanted Jabari. I was ready for a losing season. Now, I don't know what I feel when they win. And they beat teams that are good. I need clairvoyance.
and you know that they could win as many as they want now.
Yeah.
When the playoffs come, they're still going to lose.
Exactly. Because they have 2 point guards playing at the same time. One of them thinks he's LeBron. and he's not. He's not. He's not Blebron, you know? Eric Bledbron. So, I don't know. He honestly thinks he is.
You need clairvoyance.
I need clairvoyance. Puta, I'm confused when I wake up and I turn on my TV and there are no Suns games because they've only shown 3 this year. And I go on my Instagram, on my Twitter, and I see that they win. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I'm really fucking confused.
On the complete opposite, there's a sense of freedom for me as a Laker fan. I would like to post a warning to the entire NBA fandom that you better beware of Laker fans at this point forward.
Laker Nation.
Because it's gonna get weird, no?
And it's gonna get bad for you, okay?
Okay.
Because there's no question that the most unrelentingly mayabang fan base out there
In the world.
for no goddamn reason are us Laker fans.
Yes.
When we're winning or we're losing,
Mayabang.
pinakamayabang yung Laker fans. Most especially now that we're losing and we're expected to lose.
Ay, oo.
And we've completely given up on this season. And if isagot nyo sa amin, bano naman kayo. Alam namin. Okay lang. Last year, pag magyabang kami, tas sabihin nyo, ang bano nyo naman, masakit.
Oo.
Kasi may Nash, may Dwight, dapat nag-champion yun eh. Masakit. Ngayon, we don't care. So now, we are going to fucking nitpick on every single one of your teams. You could be up by 45 on us, mas mayabang pa rin kami.
And you see how he did it with me? Aabot kayo ng playoffs, pero matatalo pa rin kayo.
Yeah.
See?
And if
Ano
you
yun
come
eh?
back with, kayo nga di aabot playoffs eh.
Oo
Okay
nga.
lang!
Alam namin yan!
So there's a sense of freedom.
See, we saw a first-hand experience of the...
And next year, the Lakers will pick top 5. Yun yung masakit eh. Kung
Nasa inyo
mangyari.
ba yung pick
Nasa,
nyo?
oo nga.
Next year's pick is ours. That's why.
shit.
Kobe shut it
Shit.
down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, si Pau, i-shut
You
down
don't
nila
have to
rin.
be too bad in the West to be in the lottery.
No. Well, yeah, even if you make the lottery and you're in the West, you might still be mga 10.
Uh,
10, 11. That area. You might be, what, mga...
We
bottom
picked
three.
Ryan Kelly this year.
Oh,
Anyone we draft is an improvement.
Ryan Kelly. who
I
the
knew
fuck
that
is
was that was the worst pick in the draft.
Okay, one more, Robbie.
This Christmas gift cost me a lot.
Mm.
I call Walter White of Breaking Bad. Sabi ko,
Wow, tangina.
sabi ko, Walter White.
Where is this going?
I want you to steal Calvin Abueva's thunder, his energy, make it into like a blue myth,
Okay.
a medicine.
Wow, a medicine.
Bigay mo yung pill na yan sa akin and I'm gonna give it to Arvin Tolentino. Who by the way will be an Atenean next year.
Oh,
here we go.
So
here we
think
go.
of it.
You open it up, brother. You open it up. Here we go. Okay, let's do it. Okay.
So think of it.
Let's not do it. Let's not talk college recruiting. Let's not.
Tangina, sama ng taon mo, no? UP, tsaka Lakers. Sabagay, UP
If
din
Arvin
number one.
Tolentino had the energy, especially on defense, of Calvin Abueva, Ateneo will still lose to LaSalle, but it will be a lot closer.
Gusto kayo sabay kabig mo ulit eh. I would like, okay, one more gift. Sige, mag-gift lang tayo. Mag-gift lang tayo. I would like to give Prince Rivero.
I would have been Atenean.
I would have been Atenean. He said that he was really considering it, but he's only saying that because that deal's been done for a long time. I would like to give him the work ethic of Jared Dillinger. I wish that he had the same body as JD because he's medyo chubby now.
But Prince works out a lot, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, if he could get JD's body, if I could call Walter White the same way that you did and got a blue meth and gave it to Arvin Tolentino, hey, man, I mean, I saw Prince yesterday because apparently now he has tickets to all PBA games courtesy of San Miguel. So,
Who else?
I mean, he looked pretty in shape, but I mean, if he could trim down, maybe get the right diet, then or maybe grow like 3-4 inches, then
Yeah,
he
I
could.
think the height is what you want to give Prince.
Yeah, because my fear with Prince Rivera now is that he will become Bacon Austria.
No.
That's my fear, dude. I mean, everyone thought Bacon was gonna be the shit, and then Bacon.
I think Prince has the edge in terms of he has like a dark edge. I think he wants to
Dark
be,
edge.
I think
What the fuck is that?
He really wants to be like a very good player. He has a drive, I think.
Why Bacon didn't want to become a very good player?
I think
Wasn't
I
that
don't
your
know.
team? He was
It
there
was,
on your
yeah.
team, right?
But iba yung Prince eh.
Well, you've
Mas
been
may
with both.
drive
of
eh,
them.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I think though that if you follow at Bacon Austria on Instagram,
Oh, he's very busy
Oh yeah.
now.
you will realize that Bacon is the shit.
Yeah.
I love Bacon's Instagram.
Yeah.
You see his post this yesterday?
Which one?
It's like video pare.
Oh.
Selfie video. Post si Bax, diba? I couldn't sleep after the Christmas party, so I went out on a run. It's 5:55 now. Good morning, everyone. Bacon.
Steds.
I love Bacon. He's one of the funniest
Wow.
guys. He's one of the
Wow.
funniest guys on Instagram. I swear to God.
Bacon, ha?
Yeah.
All right.
Tsaka Chichay fan din siya.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly my point.
Yeah.
I mean, busy siya nanonood ng Got to Believe It. All right, let's start a brand new segment just to close out the show. It just so happens that we run into a lot of the basketball players, especially Nico Ramos.
I don't stalk you guys.
He
Okay?
just bumps into them all
I
the
just
time.
see you.
So we're gonna do a brand new segment here on the show, which is called what were we calling it? Who did we see?
Who'd we run into?
Who did we run into? So, guys, who did you run into this week?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
And this was so random. So my office is in Marikina, right? So I was driving in the morning to my office. Then I saw this tall guy na standing in front of the Marikina Public Library.
Okay.
And I was like, holy shit, that's Dennis Espino. I was supposed to say Dennis Tocino. That's Dennis Espino. Shit, what is he doing here?
What the fuck was he doing at the
I
library?
I don't know.
Dennis Espino in front of the library. Interesting. All right, so that's who Robbie Raya ran into this week. Nico Ramos, the king of this segment, and the reason why we started it. Who did you run into this week?
Okay, first off, I ran into a couple of NCAA champions
Oh.
in the week. Ran into Rome De La Rosa and Art De La Cruz.
Oh.
Rome's out with the family. He's a family man now.
Yeah.
Looking good at the mall. And then at a different mall, I saw Art De La Cruz.
Lover boy yun. Sobrang lover boy yun.
Nagpapaka-lover boy.
Wow.
Took the time. I appreciate it. I knew I was important to Art's life because he took 2 seconds to bumitaw sa holding hands,
Oo.
to shake my hand.
Ay, pare, mabigat yun.
But then immediately went back to the holding hands. So hi to the San Beda boys that I saw. Also ran into another champion, CNAT gold medalist, Manny Ganuelas.
The man that breaks backboards, breaks rims.
Yeah. It was the Blue Eagle gym.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What do you expect?
It's 100 years old.
Not the ring. Maybe the gym, but not the
Yeah.
ring.
But it's 100 years newer than our gym in UP. So
Wala pa yung handyman eh.
I saw Matty, and then he was also out with the fam, pushing the baby stroller. Said he had a great time playing for the national team, and I told him it's time to take that next step. And he said he's just getting ready. Doesn't want to. He said something good. He said, "I don't want to do it unprepared." I was like, "But you're so good." And he's like, "Not good enough." He says that if you enter the PBA, he says with all the rookies that have come in and then immediate impact, parang hirap na maging rookie ng mga pa eh.
Oh.
So I think Matty's seen that, and he's saying that I want to get ready for that. And then finally,
The story of the week goes to
Papa Ray Lugnatan.
Oh wow, Rayna Lugnatan's got a lot of love on the show today.
I saw him at Greenbelt in the cinema area by himself, looking like I'm not sure if he was gonna watch The Hobbit
or the Frozen.
or Frozen.
Actually,
or
mukhang
something.
Frozen, bro.
Palagay ko Frozen.
Palagay ko Frozen fan siya eh. More of Frozen than Lord of the Rings. Eh. Parang ganun eh.
One of the most underrated sneakerheads in the PBA. I saw him.
Yes.
We talked a little bit. He said that mag-aapa rin daw yung paa niya. And he can't wait for Cliff Hodge to be back because he needs to share some of those minutes and some of that workload. And then sabi ko, sino next game nyo? Barako. Sabi ko, kaya niyo yun. Medyo slump sila eh. Kaya niyo yun. And then he said, malay mo, bilog ang bola. Bilog nga!
Give me some Barako news. My not really shot. We already done with that. But my, what you call that?
Who'd you
Who do you run into? Thursday. Thursday was the last day of school for LaSalle. So luckily enough, they asked me to spin at their event in Plata. All the kids were there and all the students making out with each other. And they're all drunk.
That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
They're all drunk and shit,
Dapat sumali ka.
And nagtatrabaho ko eh. Tangin, hindi ako. And I'm a good boy. I'm a very good boy.
Mo ngayon.
Oh. Luckily enough, right behind me were the basketball players.
These LaSalle boys are everywhere.
No, man, they were all over the place. And the guy that I'm actually going to talk to is not even on the team. He's on Team B.
Really? Is he on team? Okay, is he on Team B because hanggang doon lang talaga, or is he on Team B because residency?
Hindi, nandun lang talaga siya.
Okay.
Kasi sayang eh. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Axel Torres.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard his name in a while.
Right? I mean, from like high school days.
In a
right?
while, dude.
Man, that dude's got game.
He was supposed to be it.
No.
If he wants to,
No,
though.
he's got game, man. He was on all sorts of girls.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, dude. I mean, I can say this because he was standing on the ledge over the entire crowd making out with people. I was like,
shit.
He would have
man.
been the last Torres I would have picked for game.
No, because Thomas is in a relationship. I don't know if Axel
And
is.
he's straight laced.
Yeah, and Thomas, I mean, he's always with his girlfriend. I mean, he's that type of guy. I think Axel is just has a shitload of game, dude.
And what about the bear?
No, the bear was with his girl. You know, he was doing that.
Steady lang, steady lang.
Yeah, he was doing the bear claw.
I don't think he actually runs.
But dude, no,
Bear claw
no,
dance.
you'll see them out. You'll see them out. You'll see
They're
them in
always
Urban or
out.
something, or
They're
like in
always
Anakama,
out.
and the bear does the bear claw. That's his move. I think he's trying to grab like some honey, like trying to.
I doubt you not. I doubt you not.
So yeah, I saw them, and Axel Torres had the most game out of all of them.
Wow.
And it sucked, right? So I'm spinning, and I'm like, oh shit, all the girls are looking at me like I'm the stuff. All right? I'm like, oh yeah, good set, good set. And then Jaron Teng stands beside me, and I'm like, fuck you. Get away from me, because no one will look at Aaron when there is Jaron. There you go. That wraps up our Christmas episode for Slam Radio PH. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It was a great year for the show, man. Great year. We had such an improvement. We started out recording in my house.
In our underwear.
In our underwear, on my, on my couch. Going straight into my laptop. It were some sorry-ass shows that we were doing. Thank you to Wusa Studios
Thank you,
for
Wusa.
welcoming us into their home. It's been a fantastic year. We cannot wait for 2014. We have a lot of things in store for you guys. A lot more guests. We're going to get even stupider. That's what this show is about. It's about being stupid and talking about basketball. It's somewhere in between. Nico Ramos, you can follow him on Twitter, Nico RMS. The Real Robbie Raya as well for all of your chicken needs. And I'm at Aaron Ataide. If you guys are watching live, coming up next is Dojo Drifters. If you're watching the replay, coming up next is the No. We're the last one that they're going to see.
Ah, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Happy holidays!
Merry
Christmas!
Bye-bye! Christmas!